Welcome to another gold update. Now, you're probably wondering why I have changed my wave counts again. That's right, it's a wave revision. That's why. Okay, now is a wave revision a bad thing? No, it's not. I still managed to get in on this trade. I got in on this trade, this trade. I mean, at the end of the day, right? They're fractal patterns. We're dealing with fractal patterns here. So you come to conclusions and you move on, right? Now, I'll explain to you what the end result of this B wave was before I talk about anything else. So here you have your A wave, and here you have your C wave. In between, right, what did we have in between? We had A. Now, I did say this once before, that this could be a zigzag, and you know what? It ended up being a zigzag. Okay. And that's the funny thing. Like, waves are so deceptive that they can look like anything. That's why a lot of people give up on the waves. And if you're using AriasWave, for example, good luck to you. You're never going to get anywhere because this pattern does not exist in AriasWave. Okay, this is totally AriasWave. It's definitely a type 2 expanded zigzag right there. So you got A, B, C, D, E right there. Then you had your 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 at the end. That's what it is. But that doesn't mean I didn't get us into this move here up. Sure, I did. Right? I actually did. And in fact, I actually gave an idea up the top there where I put the stop right there that if this didn't keep going up, it would come down and if you were smart enough, you would have taken the short position. That's what I did. Right? Right at the top there. I gave you the exact wave count of that. Right? And if you don't believe me, I'll put the idea down below. Right? And then this move happened. Great. Cash out. And then this happened. I got us in on this move here. Right? Yep, I'll put that idea down below as well. So starting to get a bit credible now, right? Even if the wave count is wrong, the fractal patterns and the constant updates allow me to make sure you keep your profits. True? Or you try argue with it. See how far you get. That's not my point. My point is the waves are the key. If you learn exactly how the waves work, it can even prevent you from losing money even if you're wrong. That's the whole point I'm trying to make. Now, what is this move here? I'll explain it in just a second. First of all, you have to understand the bigger pattern, right? I want you to understand the bigger pattern first. Now, since this low here, we're in wave 5. So this is the last move up in gold. Okay, that's why it's subdividing into an ending diagonal, a contracting one to a certain degree, right? Now, it may not appear that way just yet, but that's what it is. So here you have wave 1, a zigzag, right? You can see it right there quite clearly. You had a sharp wave 2, 33535. The waves are in there. I've made videos about this before. I'll link that long-term gold video, even though the end part was wrong because the wave revision happened. That's irrelevant. It still gives you the long-term picture. So check that out below. Wave 3. So obviously if that's a wave 3, this is starting to contract. All right. So what do you think is going to happen next? Well, it's going to be a wave that's going to be maximum length will be this length, but it cannot be longer than this. So it might be just a little bit shorter and might go to that point there, right? But it can't be longer than wave 3. It's just a rule, right? So it's going to be a zigzag up, finish it off, done. Now, I can't tell you how long that will go for, right? But I can tell you the wave that's going to happen. Now, let's go back to the short term so I can explain this to you, right? So what we're seeing here is a weak wave C. Now, you're probably thinking, that doesn't look very weak to me. Well, it is, because it's subdividing into 3 waves. So this move here is a 3-wave move. Can you see it? It's a zigzag. It's got the knot right in the middle. That's not a 5-wave move. As much as you might want to think so, the only way that it could be is, and I'm not saying that it isn't a 5-wave move, it's just that it's unlikely. But if we had to say that yes it is, then this is what it is. This is how it's going to look, right? I'm just using a process of elimination here. So just say, for example, that this is a 5-wave move. That means that this is wave 1 and 2 right here, right? 1, 2, and then 3 is here. And then you look at it and you think, yeah, that looks kind of okay, but well, that depends where wave 1 started. Well, it started here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. B, 1, 2, 3. And then you got to think to yourself, where did wave 4 start? Right. Well, you know what? It doesn't matter. And I'll tell you why. Number one, wave 5 is not going to be that long. So we won't really know until wave 5 occurs. This could be a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or it could be a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Either way, it's a 5-wave move, right? Regardless. Okay. Either way, we made profits along the way. Okay. Now, forget about that. That's not important. What's important is the move that's coming, right? And what more importantly, the move after that. Okay. So after wave C finishes, we're going to see 3-wave move up. All right. Where is that going to go? Probably going to go look like this, right? And you're probably thinking, why is it going to do that? How do you know that? Well, D waves are typically known to be breakout waves. Okay. So just say, for example, we have this downtrend happening like this, right? Because it was down here before, but obviously it didn't work out. And it still could be there, or it could be here, right? So whichever one it uses, which one do you think it will use, right? Does it really matter? I think the market will respond to both of them, right? Because that's what other people are looking at. So regardless of what happens, we're going to see a 3-wave move up and then a retest to whatever level it is, right? Now, more than likely, it'll be something like this. Okay. But obviously we won't know until it happens because we're going to be counting the waves. This is how we do work with AriasWave. We count the waves. Okay. So it's not just a matter of guessing this and that. Yeah, we can assume certain things, and after that, you just got to use the waves, right? So in this case, we can assume that we're going to see D as a breakout wave, regardless of whether it's using this trend line, that trend line, whatever, right? It might come back there, right? And if it comes back there, even better, because that's going to produce a shorter stop, right? But if our target's here, depending when our target is, you have to understand that, one, of course, we've got to pay attention to the waves because it's going to tell us where the bottom is. And then depending on the reaction from that trend line, we're going to see a 1-2, right? So no doubt there's going to be a false 1-2. And that's why we're going to use the waves. What is the E wave going to be? Now, I can definitely show you a trick to figuring that one out when it happens. I'm not going to do it yet, right? Because we're not there yet. However, it will happen. And right now is a time to not do nothing, right? Now, you could trade the C wave of this move, and I will probably put a small idea out on that just for fun, just because I like to trade waves, even if they're small, because you can make money on any degree. We all know that, right? I don't usually do it, but I have done it and I will do it again. So we're going to see another one of these B wave type moves happen again. Okay, but it's going to be D this time. And that's after that, I'll show you the method of how to get into this move to the upside. So that's my idea. That's my update for now. So in case you're wondering what's going on, that's what's going on. And hopefully you found this video informative and interesting. Thank you for watching.